What's up, everyone? It's your favorite neighborhood pirate wolf boy, SilverDFanng, saying more YouTube reactions. This one is two videos. I'm combining them because they kind of flow one into the other. First one is a music parody by Cammy Cat, Be a Monk, which is a parody of Be a Man from Mulan. And it goes into, I recorded one earlier, You Might Be a D&D. We're back, but this time with Drunken Master. Oh my god, let's just say I might have a new character whenever I start a new D&D because of this video. Have fun! Be a monk. Okay. Be a Monk, a Dungeons and Dragons inspired parody song. I'm kind of curious. Cammy Cat.
All right. Listen up, all of you wannabes. I'm the only one who really knows what you're up against when you take on this class.
Aw, Elements is trash.
What it takes to become as good as me.
Oh, I know.
Get down to bed.
Okay, this is cute. It's Be a Man from Mulan, but with monks. That's cute.
Business to become a monk. Don't have flash like a bard or all that armor.
Merjunk!
You're the saddest rogue I've ever met, but you can bet before I'm through. Listen, I'll make a monk out of you. Body as a weapon that you hold with skill. Screw that sword and shield talk. Use your fists to kill. You're a spineless, pale, pathetic lot. You must heighten your IQ so that I'll make a monk
Out of you!
Elements if you need to cast some soul, if you wanna be Goku, if you want weapons, Kinsei is the way. Way of Shadows might work for you. Open hand and long death are good too. But let's be real, Drunk Master can partake.
There's a Drunk Master class?
ZZZZ.
Fuck. Astral sounds cool. Drunk Master sounds like fucking fun.
Understand your key is your power. It is a force only you can use. Once you work hard now to be a man.
I just imagine me making a Drunk Master monk, and I meet my party, and I'm just covered in rags and like a hobo hat, and I'm just drinking whiskey. I just look like the worst disaster, and then I come out like Drunken Master Jackie Chan and just mollywopping. I can't. And behind it is a kobold. It's like 9 hits per turn. Ooh.
Master, no one will be able to step up to. Time is racing faster. You must meet its pace. If you can't dodge it,
No, even better. I make him in like a Southern gentleman, and just like he has whiskey wherever he is in bourbon, and he's just doing kung fu moves while with like a country hat and like overalls and blue jeans.
caster, then what can you face? What exactly are you waiting for? Someone else to hold your hand.
This is my monk, Daryl Westfield from Kentucky. He's a 4th generation rancher, and he knows how to punch when he's wasted.
And then what use is a monk like you? only you can use. Once you work hard now to be a master.
Hey, you, butt ugly. What you call my mama? You call my mama what? How about you take D2D6 damage per fist? Take my burps, my bourbon, my bourbon. I might have to make this character.
No one will be able to step up to you. Just understand your key is your power. It is a force only you can use. Once you work hard now to be a master, no one will be able to step up to you.
You know, you're right, Loading. Monks are cool. Too bad they can't turn into wolves. Druid for life. No, next time I do a D&D game, or if my paladin dies, I might have to make Daryl the country bumpkin drunk fist master monk. Druid monk. I'm the protector of the trees and the forest, and I'll kick your ass if you say otherwise. Just a gnome with like massive deltoids and just his arms are ripped. He just rips his sleeves and you just see the biceps. It's like, what are you going to do when my pythons come for you? And my pythons! Fucking Kung Fu Panda. I make Po, but I don't tell anyone it's Po. Shadow Monk. Sun Soul Monk. Where's Drunken Monk? I mean, I feel like Shadow Monk is like the proper way of playing a monk at its basis, because like we said, they're very much like rogues. D&D Monk Drunken Master. Okay, let's check this out.
Hey, did you ever hear a rendition of...
Thanks again, you might be a D&D for the second video.
99 bottles of beer on the wall and take that as a challenge? Does your wild partying...
Look, open hand sounds good, sounds cool. Not as fun.
and intoxicated antics haunt the nightmares of many a small-town tavern owner? Well, congratulations! You might be a drunken master. But what is a drunken master? Well, pop a few bottles, shotgun a 40, and prepare to ruin happy hour, cause we're getting slizzard. We've all had a few too many, right? Sorry, for those under the age of or just turning 21, overconsumption of alcohol is dangerous and not
incoming
cool.
at
Like
break.
everything, the
True.
special sauce and or daddy sodas should be enjoyed in moderation. So, responsibly. But let's say you
Responsible
accidentally
fucked
hit
up.
the hooch a little too hard. What
I think that's the monk's catchphrase. Let's get fucked up responsibly.
should you expect to happen? Maybe a
Mercy Monk is Plague Doctor? I don't know how that works, but it sounds cool.
hangover, maybe some tummy troubles, and maybe waking up in a compromising location? But would you expect to suddenly become a badass boozy brawler, an ass-whipping wino, an absolute alky adversary? Well, follow closely and let me show you how to turn shine into a shiner.
Ooh.
But first, have you ever needed an adventure with a lot more adventure? So
It's a-
incredibly rare
It's
as
a,
you.
nope.
How cool is town? They've even got a link right here for today for an... Well, to do that, you got to pick up a few levels in Monk.
Monk!
And yeah, I get it, okay? I've gotten your letters, and some of y'all took issue with the playful ribbing I gave.
So, why do... I don't understand. Why do people hate monks so much? Like, this goes beyond, like... like, oh, the class has issues, and like actual hatred. Like, it's so weird. Punch people into health. That's kind of cool.
The monk haters out there in the land.
Yeah, I understand that they're kind of bad, but like there's like bad, and then there's like hatred. This seems like hatred. Also, hey, we watched that video.
Video. And while I still love monk and think it's fine as a class, we'll call it a truce, okay? Even though you're wrong. But if you want to turn a chugging contest into a slugging contest, why not at least use the class known for fisticuffs? So we start out as a monk at first level with unarmored defense. Now, being a drunken nuisance, taking the occasional smack to the head kind of comes with the territory, but I like to think our goal is to have enough of the juice that we just don't feel it anymore. We also get martial arts, which makes your unarmed attacks a D4. You can use your dex modifier instead of your strength modifier for punchies or when using a monk weapon, and you can make an extra attack as a bonus action when you take the attack action. Like a kung fu master trained in the ancient fighting styles or a wine mom sipping the good stuff, raw power is replaced by technique while in combat. Technique or booze. At second level,
Okay, that
power is replaced by
I
technique
gotta see this
while in
again.
combat.
Okay, that's funny, and I love it.
Technique or booze. At second level, we get key, as in keep 'em coming, barkeep. Oh man, these are fun to write. Key comes in the form of key points.
Not gonna lie, it does get very texy, and this will definitely be the last one of these we watch, but I'm having fun.
Which you can spend to pull off cool stuff like Step of the Wind to get around faster, Patient Defense to avoid danger, or Flurry of Blows to add an additional attack to your bonus action Unarmed Strike. Your key points equal your monk level and return on a short rest, which is great because I needed somebody to top me off anyway. Barkeep! You also get unarmored movement to run an additional 10 feet, great for getting away from monsters or...
Okay, Daryl, our drunk southern cowboy monk, definitely likes to streak when he's drunk.
Running tabs, and dedicated weapon letting you turn a weapon that meets the criteria into a monk weapon, opening your range of options on what you can use. Can a whiskey bottle be considered a monk weapon? Technically yes, but if you break it, you gotta get a new bottle and focus your key on it over a short rest. Third level is here, and we somehow drank enough to think that we could catch a bullet with our teeth. Wait, that worked?
Red
Yeah,
Redemption
believe it or not,
is such
apparently
a
after certain
great
amount of the
series of
giggle juice, you can
games.
just snatch bullets out of the air. I have just been informed that I am legally required to tell you, do not attempt this in real life. You will not catch the bullet. You will most likely die.
Joke's on you! I'm immortal when I'm drunk.
Catching a missile in this way lets you reduce the damage by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your monk level, and if that reduces the damage down to 0, you can yeet that puppy back by spending a key point. So when inevitably you get a drink thrown in your face, you can catch it in your mouth and spit it back.
Oh, Angela
Is a vodka
Bassett.
martini a missile?
You dirty,
I don't know, just drink it at that point.
That feels wrong.
Key fueled attack would let you spend a key point to make one attack as a bonus action if you didn't take the attack action, so you can spend your whole turn chugging and then at least get one smack in. But finally, at third level, all our copious consumption is paid off, transforming us into the Baron of Blitz, the Prince of Plaster, the Hammered Hero himself,
Hammered
a true blue
Hero!
drunken master. Being a master is its own reward, but obviously comes with perks like proficiency in the performance skill to play drunk even if you're not, or in your case probably play sober, as well as proficiency in brewer supplies so you can make your own brew on the fly. But you also get the drunken technique to disengage anytime you flurry of blows and increase your speed by 10 feet until the end of that turn. Believe me, never let them know your next move becomes much easier if you don't either. At fourth level, we get
Amen.
Slow Fall, letting us focus your key to reduce falling damage equal to 5 times your monk level, and while that sounds like a technique ancient martial artists have passed down for generations, for you it feels more like you fell face first into the...
God damn it. I shouldn't be laughing this hard. That's funny.
dirt and just forgot to take the damage. You also get quickened healing to spend your action and some key to get back some hit points, but you'll likely forget about this. At 5th level, our punch drunk die bumps up to a d6, and we also get extra attack for 2 attacks with an action and 2 more with a flurry of blows.
God damn!
But you also get stunning strikes to pop someone so hard they gotta take a step back and just rethink their whole day. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can spend a key point to force the opponent to make a con save or be stunned until the end of your next turn. This is the monk's best ability hands down, as you can potentially stun lock an enemy completely out of a fight, and you can keep doing it as long as you've got attacks and key points to spend. And while the book may say you make a targeted strike to disrupt their key, I think it's more likely you took a cheap shot right to the old Sackville Baggins. That is a deep cut lore.
Daryl wouldn't do that.
of the Rings joke disguised as a ball joke, because I'm just that good. You also get focused aim
Good
to
for
spend
you.
key to potentially turn a miss into a hit, but don't do that. Save those points to stun. Just keep hitting. You have so many attacks, you're bound to at least get one off.
Okay, if you haven't seen Jackie Chan's Drunken Master from the 70s, you got to. It's such a good movie.
Next level gets us key-empowered strikes so you can punch ghosts and not just the ones that cause you to drink, and you also get Tipsy Sway to utilize the unique coordination, or lack thereof, you get from being lit. So when you fall on your ass, you can spend 5 feet of movement to pop right back up, because let's face it, at this point the tavern floor is just an old friend, and you can redirect attacks meant for you into another creature within 5 feet. Basically spinning your reaction to make the bad guys hit each other, because not only do you have a substance abuse problem, but you're also apparently a walking cartoon. 7th level gets you evasion to take no damage on successful dex
It is
saves and only
very
half damage on a
cartoony.
fail, making you basically fireball proof, but also really good at ducking thrown bottles. But we also get stillness of mind to spend an action to end the effect of a charming or frightening. This works by focusing your ki to calm your... or just fall asleep. Yeah, I guess that works too. 10th level gets us purity of body, making you 100% immune to diseases and
God
poison,
damn.
or 200% proof for those in the know. But at 11th level, we get drunkard's luck. Somehow, some way, a true drunken master always finds the right stuff when he needs to. And this lets you spend ki to cancel out disadvantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Everything just seems to work out for you when you've gotten a little buzzed, and that's the way we like it. Our punch
Amen.
die also
Definitely need luck. My luck is shitty in D&D.
bumps up to a D8 here. See what I mean? At 13th level, we get Tongue of the Sun and Moon, because even though our speech is pretty much always slurred,
Are you from Killarney? Born and bred.
people still seem to understand us. And 14th level gets us Diamond Soul for proficiency in all saving throws, and if you fail
Oh, this was the thing you were talking about loading? This is apparently is broken.
one, you can spend ki to re-roll it. 15th level gets us Timeless Body, so you no longer feel the effects of aging, but you also no longer need food or water? Not that we ever touched this stuff. Did you know fish in it? Anyway, at 17th level, we finally get our last Drunken Master ability with Intoxicated Frenzy, which is great because our Punch Drunk die just bumped up to a D10. When surrounded by a group, you can increase your attacks and your flurry to 5, providing that each attack hits a different creature. Perfect for zombie hordes, rat infestations, or bar fights with lots of angry patrons. 18th level is also pretty sweet, letting you spend 4 key points to turn invisible and giving you resistance to all damage besides force, or spending 8 key points to cast Astral Projection on yourself. I mean, I've drank so much I felt like I was being sent to the Shadow Realm, but I've never actually made it. How wild is that? And finally, at 20th level, we get Perfect Self to recover 4 key points if you roll initiative without any. The writers just gave up. This ability sucks. I don't want to talk about it. Moving on. So is...
Does Perfect Self suck? It sounds okay. I don't know about level 20, but seems good.
the Drunken Master top shelf? Well, it's pretty dang good. But let me talk about what I love before I gripe just a little. This subclass is so packed with flavor that it makes me super excited to try it out. Maybe it's because I just watched the actual Drunken Master movie,
for
or
key if
because
you have
there's so
zero.
much potential here to just be silly, but I love the idea of the Drunken Master a lot. The way you can zip in and out of combat, take on groups, and avoid damage also plays into what the monk is good at, which is great for class synergy and team dynamic. However, I think this subclass feels just a little bit lacking. You have multiple abilities that emphasize being directly in the middle of multiple opponents, but what do you do when they're spread out or when there's just one big opponent? I feel like those abilities can be expanded upon to give the Drunken Master more utility in more situations. In that respect, I think that multi-classing is usually the right idea for a Drunken Master with the battle.
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking that right away. This does seem okay, but definitely needs some subclass to oomph it up.
Master Fighter being the perfect example. Taking maneuvers like tripping and goading attacks play into the fun of being a Drunken Master while also boosting your combat utility. For me, the Drunken Master gets an A in concept, S in fun, and a B- in execution. I like it a lot, but I wish I liked it more. Hold on. So if you're...
I don't know. Fake drunk never was funny to me.
Guess what? Hey everyone, if you
Well, that was fun. Yeah. I definitely want to make Dennis our drunken cowboy rancher someday. I feel like that would be fun. Would I be useful? Probably not, but I don't play D&D to be useful. I play it for fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it. I think that was a good stream. We had a lot of fun with the reactions. Yeah, no, that's the best part of the game. It's just to have fun. We had fun with the reactions. We played a cool little indie game. Thanks again, Blue. Hung out with our friends. I'm getting warm and I could really go for some food. Let's see who we should raid into.